Hi, everybody. David and Kirsten Hart here. We're so glad you've joined us today. If you've joined us before, we've had a lot of interesting guests, but we have the most important guest with us today, right here.
Our boss,
Kenneth Berg. Hi, Ken.
Oh, your boss. I don't know. You're just one of the many people that the Lord's brought into this wonderful mosaic, and we've carried on now for 42, going on 43 years with the television program, Our Jewish Roots. But, it's really a God thing to see how everybody's worked together so beautifully. It goes way beyond me.
Well, but it started with you, right? Wasn't Zola?
Well, me and Zola. There's this guy, Zola Levitt.
Right.
Let me share a little bit about background to how it all started. I used to listen to a radio program daily hosted by Zola Levitt called Heart of the Matter. And I was really taken by the fact, number one, that he was Jewish. My background, I'm a PK, preacher's kid, raised in the church, knew very little about Judaism or Messianic Jewish roots.
New York.
So Zola would occasionally address that subject on, this was a commercial, it wasn't a religious station at all, but he was able to take questions from the audience and do it in a manner that was just amazing to me, how off the top of his head he could quote scripture, or he could go there or the. Anyway, I had written a little screenplay for a little film called Wonder Man. It was about the Antichrist. And I thought, boy, if I could get Zola to host this, how wonderful it would be, because he knows so much about Bible history and about the end times and the like. So he said, yeah, sure. So we got together and we did this production of a 30-minute little film, literally on film, not video, that went well. And we hit it off pretty well. To that point, I found a book that I wrote, he and I together, called Wonder Man. And like, here we are together.
Oh my goodness.
There.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So this goes back 43, 44 years that we wrote the book, did the little video thing for me. And he said, Ken, a local channel here, a Christian CBN affiliate, Channel 39, asked him whether he would like to do a Hanukkah Christmas special for their channel. And he says, Ken, would you produce it, direct it for me? I said, well, I've never done it before, but yeah, we'd worked together for Wonder Man. So we did that. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I even got Zola up on a rooftop to the fiddler and the music, fiddler on the roof.
Love it.
And it was a fun project for both of us. I really do think so.
I just got to pop in. That's pretty edgy back then to combine Christmas and Hanukkah, because it was two separates. That's
right.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was Zola from the get-go. Very cutting edge, great biblical insights. Certainly the Jewish feast, which he really got into, wrote the book later. But it was an eye-opener for me, because again, being raised in the church, even though my dad was a pastor, I knew very little about my Jewish roots.
Right.
And when I began to, when I was around Zola long enough, I began to realize pieces were beginning to come together for me, be it Passover or whatever. So we tried then. He says, Ken, why don't we try to do a weekly program? This is just for the local Channel 39 audience that had shown this special. And he said, well, yeah, let's try it. He didn't have much money at the time. It was all coming out of his pocket, but whatever we had to do. And I volunteered, I guess, a lot of my time. But that went very well in the Dallas-Fort Worth community, to the point where CBN, who owned the station, said, look, we're going to pick this up and air it nationally.
Wow.
So that really kind of was the background to building a national audience as we did. And it just grew from there. PTL, what used to be called PTL and the like,
right.
Joined us later, and we began to pick up individual Christian stations across America, and God has just blessed it now, like I say, for 42 years.
Wow. So
Amazing.
question, before 42 years ago, were you in TV production doing other things?
No, I wasn't in TV production. I was in graphics design and the like. My background is in graphics and visual communications, be it I had been trained in the Army with film, as I did in school, but I'd never really been able to apply that to a practicality, day by day, week by week effort.
So that was a brand new challenge then.
Brand new challenge, and it had to be a God thing, for it to work out initially and to have gone as far as it has. And we would take Zola eventually to Israel. I say he would take me with a tour group and the like, and I'd ride in the bus with him and jump off the bus with him occasionally when he was in a given spot and do a quick little teaching with people around. Then we get back in the bus, go to the next place. It was all myself. I did all the camera work and everything myself. And eventually we had enough funds where we were able to take specific time allocated for production. And that's when I thought it would be neat to have him look a little bit more biblical looking, and we dressed him in Bible robes.
Did he fight you on that, or did he love it?
Well, he kind of liked the idea. I think, again, he was cutting edge from the get-go, and he was willing to try anything new. And when he saw that the people really appreciated what we were trying to do in bringing the Bible to life, him speaking in Hebrew occasionally, dressed in the biblical robe, going to authentic sites, it kind of, it developed a niche that nobody else was doing.
Right.
So
we were the first.
So I was gonna say, you started in Dallas, but so you were in a studio, and because the signature of the program is everything's filmed in Israel. All the teaching is filmed in Israel. So it didn't start that way. It just started when you started doing tours with him.
Right. Yeah, that happened in time. To go back a little bit, everything was in the studio. In fact, it was called Zola Levitt Live. It wasn't live at all. And it was live to tape, but it wasn't broadcast live. And we kind of thought, well, we're kind of losing some credibility here saying it's Zola Levitt Live. Eventually became Zola Levitt Presents. And that's when we began to go to Israel more often. But back to the studio, here locally, that's the way we started.
Didn't you start in his home? You were filming in his home?
Well, we did. Yes, we did some filming in the home also, but initially was in the studio. Then we went actually to the home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because no one else was doing that, were they?
No.
In Israel, no one.
Nobody else was speaking about the seven feasts. Again, our Jewish roots is presently what the program was called, but nobody was really addressing it. We were kind of the first kids on the block doing it. Now there's a lot of people. Thankfully, even churches themselves have become awakened to the importance of understanding the Jewish roots. So,
Zola used to go 3 times a year, take tours over. And so that means that you've been how many times?
I've been total of 72 times.
Wow.
And 73 has been looked forward to now for 3 years or 2 years. We've had to cancel 3 trips now. I forget what it is. And present plans to go back in October to shoot a series on Simon Peter, on the Sea of Galilee. And we've written scripts for dramatic reenactments, which also became something that I developed and really look forward to doing, as reenactments of all the patriarchs and the like. So this would be on Simon Peter with his brother Andrew.
Good. That is a signature of our program, and we're kind of almost running out of time with you. Can we come back with you and talk about how the dramatic reenactment started and how you find all your actors? Can we come back and find out more?
Certainly.
You have to ask your boss.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, sounds good. Love to do it.
Thanks for joining us. And there's so much more with our producer, Kenneth Berg.
Thanks, Ken. Shalom, shalom.